Have you ever had someone depend on you so silently, so fiercely, that they never had to say a word? Maybe it was a child, maybe it was a partner, or maybe it was a cat. We often think of cats as solitary creatures, untouchable, walking through life with elegant indifference. But what if I told you that when your cat curls up beside you, presses their tiny paws into your chest, or follows you like a shadow, they're not just seeking warmth, they're calling you mom, not the biological kind, not the kind who gave birth, but the emotional anchor, the protector, the provider of love, security, and safety. This episode isn't just about cat sits, about what it means to become someone's emotional home, and in doing so, how we ourselves begin to heal, to reconnect, to matter. Welcome to Hazato, where we explore the hidden psychology behind everyday emotions, where the stories we tell help you understand the ones you've lived. If you're ready to uncover the quiet signs of deep trust and how to nurture them, subscribe and stay with us. Let's begin point 1, the emotional blueprint of bonding at birth. A kitten is blind, deaf, and completely helpless. No claws, no coordination, no concept of survival, just instinct and dependency. And the one lifeline in that silent, blurry new world? Their mother. She does everything. Feeds them, warms them, grooms them, shields them from danger. And every time she licks them, it's not just for hygiene. It's a scent-marked whisper of comfort. A signal that says, you belong. You're safe. Now zoom out. Strip away the fur and the tail. Doesn't that sound a lot like us? As infants, we reach for touch, warmth, rhythm, cry not because we understand pain, but because we need someone to interpret it for us. Just like kittens, we imprint on the first person who shows up consistently and lovingly. And that imprint, the blueprints, is what we carry into adulthood. The twist. Most of us never really learn to rewrite that blueprint. If you had comfort, you seek it again. If you had chaos, you normalize it. And if you had absence, you'll find yourself building bonds with anyone or anything that mirrors what you miss to even pets. So when your cat sees you not as a stranger, but as their new mother, they're reenacting that primal emotional choreography. Help me survive. Show me how to exist. It's not just cute. It's ancient. It's how all love begins. Helpless, messy, and completely essential. And the best part? You don't have to speak the same language to understand it. Point 2, regression isn't weakness, it's trust. You ever wonder why your cat, fully grown and majestically, aloof 1 minute, suddenly starts kneading your chest like they're trying to make sourdough? Or follows you into the bathroom like you're leading them to Narnia? That's not weirdness. It's trust-deep instinctual trust. When cats need purr or rub against you, they're not just being cute, they're regressing, falling back into the behaviors they used with their mothers. It's emotional time travel, you're saying with you. I feel safe enough to be small again. And here's the part that might sting a little. Humans do it too. We regress when we feel safe. We cry in front of people we trust. We seek out old songs, familiar scents, soft voices. We tuck into fetal positions during heartbreak and call people. Baby, when love overwhelms language, it's not weakness, it's a neurological return to comfort. A reset. A reversion to the first time we felt protected. So next time your cat headbutts you, or meows like a drama queen, don't dismiss it as just quirky feline nonsense. That's their way of saying, I've made you my safe space. And maybe we all need to stop shaming regression and start honoring it as what it truly is. Sign that someone finally feels secure enough to drop their guard. Because when vulnerability shows up, it's not asking for a laugh. It's asking to be held. 3. The rituals of love. How cats show us we matter. Let's talk love languages, Cat Edition. While we humans write poems, send memes, or bring coffee to our crush, cats, they drop a decapitated mouse on your living room carpet like it's a Michelin-starred meal. Romantic, right? But here's the thing, they're not trying to ruin your morning. They're following a ritual, sacred one. In the wild, or more accurately, in the slightly chaotic little world of feline motherhood, mama cats teach their young how to hunt. Part of that lesson? bringing prey home to share. It's education, bonding, and nourishment in one toothy package. So when your cat drags a lifeless lizard to your feet, they're not being morbid. They're saying, look, what I got for us, Mom, is their version of breakfast in bed. If breakfast was rodent sushi, then there's grooming. When a cat licks you, they're not implying you stink. Well, probably not. They're performing a bonding ritual that dates back to their kittenhood licking to connect. To mark you with their scent. To say you're one of mine. It's awkward. It's weird. It's beautiful. And maybe that's how love always is, wrapped in clumsy, misunderstood gestures. Whether it's a dead bird, an unsolicited hug, or a poorly timed I love you, we all have our own messy ways of showing we care. The trick isn't to change the language. It's to learn how to read it. Because in a world where so many people go unseen, even a hairball on the pillow might just be someone's broken, furry version of I love you. 4. From kittens to adults, the fragile transition of emotional independence at around 8 to 12 weeks old. Kittens are weaned off their mother's milk, taught to eat solid food, and gently nudged toward independence. Sounds familiar? It should. We've all had that moment, whether literal or emotional, where we were expected to stand on our own. Move out. Grow up. Get over it. But just like cats, we don't become emotionally independent overnight. When kittens leave their moms, they often go through a short phase of panic. They meow endlessly, search aimlessly, and cling to any new figure who provides warmth or safety. They adapt quickly, sure, but that doesn't mean the bond is erased. It means the need simply finds a new home. We do the same. When we lose a caretaker, emotionally or physically, we don't stop needing care. We just redirect that need. Sometimes to a friend, sometimes to a partner, sometimes, yes, to a pet. We bond because we're wired for connection, not because we're weak, but because we're alive. Cats don't sit around mourning their moms for years, but those early weeks shape the way they bond for life. They don't forget how it felt to be safe, and so they seek it again. If your cat curls up in your lap when thunder shakes the windows, it's not random. It's learned instinct. And if you've ever instinctively reached for someone's hand in your lowest moment, even after years of calling yourself strong, well, same energy, emotional independence isn't the absence of need. It's knowing who you can lean on when it matters most. And when your cat leans on you, sometimes literally they're telling you, I chose you. Not because I had to, but because you showed up. 5. Strengthening the invisible thread. So your cat sees you as their mother. Congrats. You've been promoted without a raise. Now comes the real question. How do you keep that bond alive? Because, spoiler alert, love, even feline love, is not a one-time achievement. It's a ritual. It's what you do every day, especially when no one's filming for TikTok. Tip 1. Respond to their meows. Cats don't meow at each other in the wild. That sound, that pleading, slightly judgmental meow, that's custom built for you. It's their voice trained and tuned to manipulate your soft human heart. And when you meow back, no matter how ridiculous you feel, something magical happens. You meet them on their terms. You speak their love language. You validate their need to be heard. Isn't that all any of us want? Tip 2. Maintain a routine. Cats are creatures of rhythm, not chaos. They don't want spontaneity. They want structure. Why? Because as kittens, mom fed them, bathed them, protected them all at predictable intervals. Now you're the new regime. And every time, you stick to a schedule, feeding them at the same time. Playing consistently, you reinforce the idea, I can rely on you. Tip 3. Play like a predator. No, not like that kind of predator. I mean, chase a laser, bat the feather, unleash the inner lion kind of play. It's not just entertainment, it's instinctual fulfillment. It mimics the lessons their mother once gave them. How to hunt, how to move, how to focus. And when you become that source of stimulation, you're not just their roommate, but their mentor. Tip 4. Respect their space. Even kittens eventually need alone time. So do we. Love doesn't cling. It watches the door open and stays close enough to be invited back in. If your cat disappears for hours and returns to nap on your chest, congrats. You passed the test. You didn't chase. You waited. You gave them choice. and that's the highest form of trust in human terms. It's like being the parent who knocks before entering the room. Show respect, and in return, you get raw, honest affection, given freely, not forced. So no, your cat may never write you a thank you card, but in their language, they've been writing poems on your pillow for years. 6. You're not just a person, you're a place. We often think love needs to be loud, grand gestures, big speeches, elaborate rituals. Yet sometimes love shows up as a quiet presence, a blink, a paw on your arm, a purr in the silence. To your cat, you're not just the one with the food, you're a lighthouse, a soft bed, a voice they trust without understanding, your home. And maybe that's the part we miss in our human relationships. We're so busy trying to prove we matter, we forget that sometimes the proof is already there in the way someone returns to you, without fear again and again. But here's the twist. What if that bond between you and your cat isn't just about pets or fur or instinct? What if it's a mirror? A lesson in how all creatures, especially us, crave the same things: safety, consistency, and connection without condition. Because when a creature as fiercely independent as a cat chooses to trust you, to return to you, to curl up beside you as if you're the only thing in the world keeping them warm, maybe it's not just about them. Maybe it's a gentle invitation to ask yourself, who do you trust like that? Who do you go to when the thunder hits? No. And who needs you to be that safe place right now? The lesson's hidden in fur and silence. We like to believe healing is loud, that it happens in therapy rooms over cathartic cries or during grand epiphanies. But often it doesn't. Sometimes healing looks like waking up and finding a cat already curled against your chest. It looks like being needed, just enough, by something that doesn't demand words. It looks like being trusted by a creature that could easily walk away, but DOESN, cats, in their maddening silence, teach us something most people never will, that consistency is love, that you don't need to fix someone to be their safe space, that presence, quiet, non-judgmental, steady is its own kind of medicine. And here's the real gut punch truth. Many of us have never had that kind of presence from another human. We grew up being told love had to be earned, affection had to be negotiated, safety had a price, so we overcompensate. We chase, we beg, we shut down. But your cat, they just show up. Every day. In their own language, without conditions, and somehow, over time, they teach you to stay, to soften, to trust again, not just them yourself. So maybe that's the real gift here, not that you're a mother figure to your cat, but that in loving them, in being chosen by them, you remember how to love gently and how to be loved back without fear. And if that's not healing, what is?